everyone, it's me, Crafty Witch. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I am going to talk about feline magic or feline medicine and how we can tap into different attributes, magically speaking, of the feline family. Now, this video will be very generic and will cover the whole entire feline family, from our domesticated house cats to their wild cousins like the lynx and the cheetahs and the cougars and lions and tigers. Okay, it's all felines. However, the disclaimer is that each species of cat will have its own unique qualities and traits, and within each species, each breed of cat will have their own particular magical attributes that you can tap into. And so you will need to research that on your own. And how do you do that? You study the cat. You learn all you can about the cat. You learn about the teachings, the folklore associated with that cat. You just got to do that research on your own. And there may come a time when I might do future videos on, you know, maybe the cheetah or the Siamese cat or whatever, what have you. Okay. But in the meantime, this is just kind of a generic random video for the whole entire species. So that was a bit of a mouthful. I need some water. Cat medicine, cat magic can be very protective, both physically and on a more spiritual nature. So you can utilize it to create charms, amulets. You can use it for all kinds of things. Candle magic. You can make protectors with it. You can utilize it in visualization. You can utilize it when you go into trance. You can incorporate it into your life in so many different ways. Okay, but protection is one of those things that the cats do offer us. They also we can tap into cat medicine or cat magic when we want to develop our own psychic abilities, our own intuition, develop all of our clairs. We can also tap into cat medicine or cat magic when we want to learn how to soul travel, if we want to do astral projection, like things along those lines. We can tap into that. If we want to travel between the worlds, you can definitely tap into cat medicine or cat magic for that. I say medicine and magic. I use those two words interchangeably, okay? So you can definitely tap into cats for that. I've got some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Excuse me. They say that cats have one paw in this world and one paw in the underworld or the other world, in another realm, so to speak. So they are like the natural ambassadors. They can definitely teach us how to soul travel in that regard, and we can work with that energy to do that. They are also really good for drawing luck to you in all different areas, whether it's gambling, luck in business, just being lucky in general. You can definitely tap into cat medicine for that. The same goes for tapping into, they can draw and attract into your life a new sexual partner, love, lust, sex, having that confidence, that sexual attraction, just having that charisma. They are very very confident in their own ability to allure a mate to them, and they really don't care what other people think. So if you want that kind of confidence, then tap into cat medicine or cat magic for that. And following that attraction and attracting a mate and stuff like that, you can also tap into cat medicine for fertility. They can be very fertile little creatures, and you can tap into that for yourself, not just for reproduction, for like fertility, which you can utilize that in your magic as well, but for just having like fertile hopes and dreams and fertile plans, making sure that your business is fertile, that you know any kind of money endeavors that you're going to be going into is fertile, things like that, then you'll want to utilize cat medicine for that as well. Also, they're very independent creatures. So let's say, um, hmm, let's say you recently found out that you're going to be a single mom or a single parent, a single dad, whatever. But you're a single parent, and maybe there's not a whole lot of help from the other parent. You can tap into the feline magic to help you to be self-sufficient and independent while still caring for your young. So feline has that incredible strength about it. Most feline parents are single moms. So you can tap into that. The feline mother really doesn't care if the man is there or not, for the most part, or the male, I shouldn't say man, but the male cat, whether the tomcat's there or not. She is the provider for the little ones, and she has the strength to ensure that she can look after herself and her little kittens. So you can tap into that same kind of strength as well. Okay. Moving on to that, they are linked to the fire element. So if you are wanting to work with like the elements, you know, earth, air, fire, water, you can definitely work with the fire element, as well as linking that with the feline attribute, and you can see how that works for you. They are also linked to shape shifting, and aside from like wolves and bears are fairly common shapeshifters, felines is just this, well, I shouldn't say just this popular, but it's like it's right up there with the bears and the wolves and the other kind of big shapeshifters that are really popular out there. But yeah, you can tap into the feline for that as well. And it kind of makes sense when you link it to how they can travel between the worlds, and they can move into this world and that world, and just their link that they have to the spirit world. It makes a lot of sense that they also have that same link in being able to like transform. So yeah, you can tap into that for shape shifting. Cats are incredible hunters, and if you need to be stealthy for whatever reason, whether it's in business, in your personal life, to get out of kind of a sticky situation that you might find yourself in, tap into the feline magic for that as well. If you want to, you know, have more confidence, definitely call upon the feline family. They can help you be more confident in whether it's defending your own territory or your business or whatever the case might be. They have that, they're just very confident. They will also mark their territory. They will spray their territory. They will rub up against things like furniture, people, and they mark them like we think they're being affectionate, and they might be, but ultimately they are marking us and the furniture as their territory. We belong to them. So if you want to tap into that kind of energy, you can definitely do that, or just into their confidence. They also have lunar and solar attributes and qualities. So if you like to work with that duality type of nature, both the lunar and the solar at the same time, the feline is the perfect example. It embraces both lunar and solar qualities and attributes. So you could definitely tap into the feline for that as well. There's not too many animals out there that tap into both lunar and solar. And usually it's one or the other. So the cat is a wonderful ally in that regard. If you want to tap into both of those qualities, that duality in an equal manner, use the cat for that. I already talked about tapping into feline energy to get out of a tough situation. You know, we talk about how cats have like their 9 lives and that kind of thing. That luck, being able to escape a real dangerous type of situation, call upon feline energy for that as well. That being said, I'm also thinking about, you know, different deities, whether you think about the ancient Egyptian pantheon, you know, with the cat goddess Bast. You can find cats in other cultures and in other pantheons that are around the world as well. Like you think about the Nordic, there's the goddess Freya. Her chariot was, you know, pulled by cats. There's cat folklore and Celtic beliefs all around the world. There's Celtic, not Celtic, sorry. There's feline energies that are attached either as a deity or attached to a deity somehow. So you can research that and tap into that as well. Um, and the things that you can use from a cat to tap into those things could be their whiskers, their fur, skulls, their bones. That being said, obtain these things in an ethical way. So if a cat naturally sheds its whiskers, then you can pick it up off the floor, save it, and use it. If you're brushing your cat and you get some of its fur on your hands, then by all means use that. Do not harm an animal just to acquire its fur or its whiskers or something from it. You know, if you happen to come across a cat's skull, the cat died of natural causes or what have you, and you want to utilize that skull on your altar or something like that, by all means go ahead, but don't go and kill a cat just to get its skull so you could do, like, to me that's just wrong. Um, if you're going to buy cat bones or skulls or whiskers or anything like that, please ensure that it is sourced ethically, you know, naturally, not in a way that has caused any kind of harm um, towards that cat. Okay, so, or any animal. Okay, that's my little spiel about that. So, yeah, you can use their whiskers, their fur. When they use a scratching post, sometimes their little claws will kind of come out or fall off or whatever. You could save those claws with those whiskers, and you could use the claws as well. um, I've got 2 cats that I have cremated that they had died of natural causes, and I've got like their little urns on my bookshelf and stuff like that. You can utilize them on your altar if you so choose. The one cat, I've only had one familiar in my life, and that was my cat Lucky. She lived to be 20 years old, and then we had to unfortunately put her down because her kidneys were failing. I've got 2 cats that I live with now. Do I really consider them to be my familiars? No. To me, a familiar and a pet are 2 totally different things. I have pets now, but I don't consider them really at this point in time to be my familiars. Some people think that you automatically, if they're your pet, they're your familiar. I don't agree with that, but that's just my opinion. You can have a totally different opinion. You can also use their ashes. Like I said, I've got mine that are cremated. Some people will save the ashes and will use that in some of their magical workings. You can also use, like I said, their skulls, their bones for divination. You can really, the sky's the limit, depending on how you want to use your kitty cat kind of thing. Some people take their deceased animals or pets to taxidermist, and they might, you know, want the hide from that animal. They might want the fur from that animal to use to create something. They might want the bones or the skull or what have you. It sounds kind of morbid to some folks, but some folks, that's what they do. Um, there's a whole wide variety of uses that you can incorporate their little animal bits into your practice if you so choose. Just make sure it's done ethically. That's the main thing. Do not cause harm to an animal just to get something from it. Never cut a cat's whiskers, never pluck them. don't hurt an animal just to get its bits and pieces from it. You know, if your pet dies of natural causes and you want to salvage what you can from it, that's that's up to you, right? But yeah, so that's my little spiel about feline medicine or feline magic. If you have any other ideas that I haven't listed here, please share them down below. Would love to hear them. Um, has anybody else out there gotten their felines cremated or their pets cremated? My dad had a cat and a dog that he had cremated. And then when my dad died, he got cremated. And then when he died, he wanted all their ashes to be scattered all at once. So like he wanted his dog and his cat that he had gotten cremated, he wanted their ashes mixed in with his ashes and for that to be scattered. And so that's what we did. We honored his wishes. And when I die, I'm going to get cremated and I want my cat's ashes mixed in with mine, and they can be scattered or whatever. My kids said they might scatter a little bit, but they want to keep most of my ashes, and so they can do whatever they want. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan for me. And if I don't get cremated, if they bury me, then they're going to put the little tiny urns in the coffin with me kind of thing. So that's how that's going to go. Yeah, so that's it for now. Ciao, you guys.